Good morning, guys. This is Anjani Kumar, Electrical Department, Newton's Group of Institutions. I think all of our students are safe, and definitely you people should make your surroundings also safe. Today I'm going to deal about the instrumentation subject. This is for final year electrical students. So this semester I'm going to deal instrumentation. So before going to do the subject, what are the contents, what are the chapters that we'll discuss in instrumentation subject, we'll discuss here. Try to understand what are the things, what are the chapters, what are the contents that are going to discuss in this instrumentation subject. The first chapter regards measuring system. So what is a measuring system? So if you want to measure first chapter, so I'll explain chapter by chapter. In the first chapter, we'll deal about a measuring system. So what is a measuring system? So if you want to measure, we require an instrument, right? So definition of a measuring system. So definitely require an instrument. So what are the different types of instrument according to the mode of measuring, mode of operation? What are the different types of instruments? There are primary, secondary instrument, deflection type, null type, and integrating type, recording type. All these things we'll discuss. Which one is more advantageous? All these things we'll discuss in a measuring system. And second one is instrument. So what is the basic characteristics of instruments? There are two types of characteristics for each and every instrument. There are static characteristics and dynamic characteristics. We'll discuss about all these things: static accuracy, linearity, resolution, sensitivity, homogeneity, and all these things we'll discuss and static and dynamic characteristics of instruments. After that, we'll go for error. So if you want to measure anything, you should definitely get error, right? So what are the different types of errors? So what are the random errors? What are the systematic errors? What are the gross errors, right? Environmental errors. All these things we'll discuss. After that, what are the signals that are going to be applied to any instrument? So what are the different types of signals? About laboratory generated signals, ramp signals, step signal, parabola signals, right? All these things we'll discuss. After that, modulation. What is the purpose of a modulation? What is a modulation? What is a modulation? Modulation means we can transfer high frequency signals only. Alright. Further, we'll discuss later, right? What is a modulation? Pulse code modulation, pulse width modulation, and all these things we'll discuss in chapter 1. Alright. Then coming to the chapter 2, we'll go for a transducers. So what is a transducer? So transducer means it's a device which converts non-electrical quantity into electrical quantities. So for this we'll discuss what is the application of a transducer, what are the things we need to consider, choice of transducers, what are the things in order to get this is the best transducers. And after that, different types of transducers. There are 3 types of transducers: resistive transducers, inductive transducers, capacitive transducers. We'll discuss in that. After that, the main important concept is LVDT, linear variable differential transformer. How linear displacement, this is also transducer, how the linear displacement which is converted to the electrical signal, right? In this we'll discuss about this. After that, after the strain gauge, how the strain which is converted to electrical energy. With the help of strain gauge, we'll discuss strain gauge in detail. After that, this is the second chapter. When coming to the third chapter, this is also similar to that second chapter, but extension of this that second chapter. In this, we'll discuss about how how acceleration, how velocity, how the displacement, how the torque, how the flow measurements, which is converted to electrical energy, we'll see in this unit. That means how the torque is converted to electrical energy, torque measurements. After that, liquid flow, pressure, viscosity, acceleration, velocity, displacement, all these things, how we can convert it to electrical energy. We'll see each and everything. Systematic diagram is there, with that you can clearly understand. When coming to that fourth chapter, we'll discuss about analog to digital meters, D to A and A to D converters, right? So what are the different types? Definitely the computer will understand only digital type, so it is very important to convert analog signal which is applied to the instrument. Definitely it should be converted to digital. So with the help of different categories is the successive approximation, ramp type, digital voltmeters, right, conventional type digital voltmeters, right, all these things we'll discuss in a chapter analog to digital voltmeters, right? And after that, very important concept about CRO. In a fifth unit, definitely you'll discuss about what is CRO. CRO means you already doing experiments with the help of CRO. So in this instrument, CRO is also an instrument, electronic instruments. So definitely you should clearly study in this instrumentation subject. CRO, which is CRO is nothing but cathode ray oscilloscope, right? What are the different things in a CRO, right? Horizontal type amplifier, vertical type amplifier, and time-based generator, and all these things we'll discuss each and every part in a CRO individually. After that, how in a CRO the signal will be present. From that signal you have to find out what is the voltage, what is the frequency, what is the amplitude. You can easily find out. Some problems is there. So with that problems will come. After that, some Lissajous pattern, right? When varying the signal, some different patterns you will get in a CRO. So what are the patterns, how the patterns will affect the frequency and phase of a signal, we'll discuss in the concept of CRO. In the last and final concept is a wave analyzer. Signal is nothing but a wave. So each and every signal, when it's not a pure sinusoidal, right? All the signals is not a pure sinusoidal. If the signals got disturbed, how much disturbance, how much frequency variance, right? How much phase angle variance. So for this we have an instrument. That instrument we can call it as a wave analyzer. So it is nothing but a signal analyzer. If there is a signal I apply to an instrument, the signal will flow through that instrument. At the output, the signals will get changed according to the characteristics of instrument. The signal will get changed. How much change? What is the amplitude changes? What is the frequency changes? Alright, all these things. If you want to find all these things, we have an instrument. That instrument is nothing but wave analyzer. The study of that instrumentation, we can call it as a wave analyzers. What are the different types of wave analyzers? There are frequency wave analyzer, right? Heterodyne. Definitely there will be a harmonics. Wave get distorted, right? How much distortion? That's for that we have a distortion analyzers. After that, how much voltage, peak value, how much RMS value. For this we have an instrument. These are study about wave analyzer circuits. So peak reading, peak RMS value, peak reading peak reading analyzer, RMS reading analyzers, and all these things we'll study in chapter 6. So these are the 6 chapters in instrumentation subject we are going to discuss in deep. See, so these are the chapters. In the next class, in the next session, we'll start the first unit. So what is a measuring system? So what is the definition of a measuring system in the coming subject? In coming sessions, we'll discuss briefly. If you follow my videos, definitely you will get the total information regarding instrumentation. Right, in the next session I'm going to discuss about what first chapter. So what is a definition of a measuring system, right? So clearly understand the definition. After that, different types of instrument. Definitely if you want to measure something, we need instruments, right? So what are the different types of instrument, each and every instrument in detail, what are the advantages of instruments, and after that static and dynamic characteristics of an instrument. So in the next class we'll do all these things. And definitely thank you very much, and you should definitely follow my videos regarding instrumentation subject for final year electrical students. And thank you very much. In the next class we'll start our first unit, measuring system. Okay, thank you guys.